had me. He thought I had no more. God turned it. It's my second time sitting down and recording this video, but we push, we move, we go forward.
Sleeping all day, cheating, rolling, 50, okay, about to lose it, body on fire.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. You are watching Rayne MFT and I am your girl, Rayne. I am a marriage and family therapist here in the state of Florida, here to provide you with all kinds of mental health content, wellness content. We're gonna sprinkle some lifestyle and beauty content in there as well, okay? So today I want to talk about some easy, practical steps that you can take to improve and prioritize your overall mental well-being. Being that it's May, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I wanted to create this video to give people a practical, just step-by-step, or some practical tools that they can use to start prioritizing how they've been feeling. All right, so the first tool that I have is to just practice self-care. I do all of that because I think self-care is like a buzzword in our society these days. Self-care is literally what it says. It's taking care of yourself. However, I always like to break it down into 3 different domains: your physical self-care, your mental self-care, and your emotional self-care. Physical self-care for me just looks like moving my body, stretching, going for workouts, things of that nature. Mental self-care is literally doing the things that I say I'm gonna do. It's that simple for me. It's making sure that as an adult, I am showing up and prioritizing correctly the different tasks that we all have to do. Emotional self-care is really tapping into how I'm feeling. I'll never forget my therapist said to me that proper self-care starts with great self-knowledge. So if you don't know what's going on with you, if you're not taking the time to sit with yourself and figure out what areas need a little bit more love, whether that be personally or interpersonally or at work or whatever the case may be, then you're gonna have a hard time really taking care of yourself, I should say, because you could be over here doing face masks when in actuality you need to go spend time with your friends. Another easy practical step that I have that will help you prioritize your mental health is to build healthy habits. Like self-care, it starts with really taking an assessment as to what your habits are, the ones that are serving you, and the ones that you could probably get rid of a little bit. Transparency. I recently became addicted to the Housewives franchise. Specifically Atlanta, Potomac, and Salt Lake City. And Miami. Oh my gosh, Miami's very recent. But see, I'm already hyping up. You see how I'm already hyping up? Anyway, I acquired this habit of watching these reality-based shows during the pandemic. And I started to feel so guilty because all I wanted to do was just binge watch season 9 of Atlanta. But I got stuff I need to be doing. A way that has helped me really create better habits for myself is called habit stacking. I read it in Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it's basically the idea that the neurons in your brain already have strong bonds with each other. That is what forces your behaviors and becomes habits. So the idea is to assess what those habits already are and then put the new habits onto the habit. For example, if you drink coffee every day and you want to start walking more, that habit stack can look like, I am going to go for a 10-minute walk as I drink my coffee. You're already doing something habitual and then adding in that new healthy habit on top of it. I always recommend 3 different habits for everybody, no matter your age, and that's playtime, moving your body, and practicing gratitude. All 3 will release different endorphins in your brain that are associated with pleasure and happiness and just making you feel better overall. Another easy way to prioritize your mental health is to eliminate self-talk. You will be able to change your life based off of the messages that you are receiving and telling yourself. A lot of us don't even realize that we have negative self-talk patterns because it's just so common to call ourselves stupid or, oh, damn, I'm having an ugly day, or things of that nature. And until you become aware of just how negative you can be to yourself, it's going to be very hard to try to fix that habit. 3 different negative self-talk habits that people have is personalization, which means to make everything about yourself. That can look like your coworker having a bad day and you're thinking it's because of a comment that you made a couple of days ago, when it ain't even got nothing to do with you. Another negative self-talk habit that people have is catastrophizing. That looks like making a big deal out of something that could be a little more minute. So say you get an email from your boss about something that you may have forgotten to follow up about. You now think you about to lose your job when your boss just wants you to complete the task. Now you're extra anxious and you can't even focus at work, and all of these different reactions based off of something that has no evidence to back it up. Another popular negative self-talk pattern that people possess is filtering. This can look like you having a real good day and then a bird poops on your car. Or something just negative happens to you in the day and it ruins your whole day because you cannot filter out when things are good and when things are not so good. Like my other tips, you want to be aware of the negative self-talk patterns that you have in order to begin to challenge them and then change them. Something that I always do with my clients when they tell me certain things, I'm gonna ask them, what evidence do you have to back that up? Who says that's true? Where did you first hear that you weren't good enough? Where does that stem from? Because when I hear things like I'm not good enough, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, nobody loves me, it's because of the messages that they have either 1, received from the world, and then 2, coined for themselves. You want to be aware of what you're saying to yourself in order to challenge it and then change it and replace it with positive affirmations. And the last easy step that I have to prioritize your mental health is literally just being open to receiving the help. Whether that help comes from a coach, a therapist, a friend, a doctor, whatever the case may be. I have learned that we cannot do life alone. We need people, and God uses people to help us to reflect back onto us what it is that we are experiencing. Of course, I'm a big therapy advocate, hence me being a therapist. I even talk about how to find a good therapist in a previous video of mine. But I think it's very important, and it can be such an amazing investment when you take the time to sit with someone that can't tell your business. They're licensed and required to keep things confidential, but they are also trained with how to ask you certain questions to make you think a little bit deeper. And so I hope this video has helped you. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, y'all have a good one. Bye.
Okay, about to